Hello, people of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. This is your pastor with this week's installment of Flock Notes. And this coming Sunday is the Solemnity of the Most Holy Trinity. And so we just got done with our Easter season, and we're still celebrating though. Celebrations, because we're Catholic, never stop. And so we're celebrating the Most Holy Trinity this week. And so what we're going to hear, I'll share a little bit in a bit about what we're going to hear in the gospel this weekend. But also, before I get to that, I just wanted to say, like I always do, pay close attention to the ads below me, pay close attention to the announcements and to the bulletin, so we can plug into where the Lord is calling us to serve and to worship here at OLPH. And so some things I want to bring up. On the 21st is our gala, our Lady of Perpetual Help Gala. We'll be celebrating the memorial, or the feast of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, I should say, the feast of Our Lady of Perpetual Help on that Saturday. And then that Saturday evening is when we will be having our gala. It's a night where there's a catered dinner. We have dancing that night. And also, too, it's a night for all of us to get together, to come together as one parish, as God's people, and celebrate not only our parish, but celebrate what God has done for all of us. And also, too, the proceeds from this gala, we're going to be using for. The Knights have been generous with some of their recent dinners, and they've given some donations to the church. I've talked before about wanting to do the relighting in the church. The track lighting that's in there is not really church lighting, and so I found a source that it'll make it look more like a church, and so that's what the proceeds will be going towards. But also, too, since, like I said, it's a night for us to come together, and I want to whatever. I know this summer, I should say, not this Sunday. This summer, we have plenty of youth activities, both for the high school and for the middle school, and some activities for the younger kids too. And we always have our 9:00 kids liturgy of the word, children's liturgy of the word, not kids. I shouldn't say kids. And children's liturgy of the word on Sunday at the 9 a.m. mass. And so there's plenty of things to plug into. So keep posted to the bulletin, to the ads, to the announcements, everything else, because that either we ourselves or we can help our children to plug into what we're offering here at OLPH. With that, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to hear in the gospel this weekend. And the gospel this weekend comes from the Gospel of John. And it starts off saying, Jesus said to his disciples, "I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear it now. But when he comes, the Spirit of truth, he will guide you to all truth." And in a way, this makes me reflect on the Trinity, which we're celebrating this weekend. This says, "I have much more to tell you, but you can't bear it now." Because I, along with all of us, we have a human feeble mind, and we can't wrap our minds around the concept of the Trinity, that God is three persons, perfectly united. And how does that all work? We can understand if God is one person, but to be three persons, one God, perfect in unity, perfect in will, perfect in every way, but each having their distinct personalities. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And so this opening line that we hear from John this weekend makes me think of that. All knowledge will be ours when the Lord calls us home and we can step through the gates of heaven. But until then, we're subject to our human capabilities and the capabilities that God has given us in this time, in this place, on this earth. But I'm looking forward to fully understanding the Trinity, what the relationship truly is between the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, because that relationship of Father, Son, Holy Spirit is the model for us as human beings as well, and it's a constant search where we're constantly moving more into the very life of God that we're moving into. And of course, that journey never ends because God is without end. And so that journey into the life of God does not end. Doesn't end on this earth. It will come to into its fullness in the kingdom of heaven. But until that day comes for all of us, we are left with what we know and what has been revealed to us. And it's the Spirit that reveals it to us and draws us closer into the life of the Trinity, the life of God. So we can better know the Father, better know the Son. Why? Because the Spirit leads us to them. And with that, I want to say, hope you all have had a great week, and hope to see you all in Mass on Sunday.